That evening in Lagos. Jemima stepped out of the cafe, her chest tight, her words still echoing in her ears. Jason held her hand tightly, his tiny little steps quick to match with hers. He struggled to catch up regardless. Jason's life has always been an unsettling one, always playing catch-up on every twist and turns of Jemima's life. Behind her, her old university mates watched in silence, as she stormed out after revealing the unsettling chilling truth and confession. Her refusal to meet Tund had left the table heavy with shame and pity. But Jemima's eyes stayed forward. She whispered quietly, "I will survive, because I'm a survivor." She whispered to Jason, "We're going home. Let's go, honey." Elsewhere, in another part of the bustling city of Lagos, friends met in a warm bar, laughter spilling over food and drinks. The three men sat together. Ken was steady and calm. He was Jemima's anchor in the storm. Omari, Ken's old NYSC roommate back then in River State, was full of stories and loud laughter. With Omari there is never a dull moment. And Tund, freshly back from postgraduate studies in the United Kingdom, his eyes sharp, his gentleman's smile well practiced, but haunted by something unspoken. The three friends traded old memories, clinked glasses, laughed like the years had never passed. They enjoyed the evening. Then Omari leaned forward, grin wide. "Guy, you won't believe who I saw recently." Ken smirked. "You? Who again now? I beg tell us." Omari chuckled. "Jemima." The name silenced the table. Tund's smile faltered. His glass froze midair. "Jemima?" His voice was too quick, too sharp. Omari nodded. "Yes, now, life has been hard on her. She's been through hell and back. But she's still that same beautiful Jemima. Tall, fair and well-mannered. You know?" Ken said nothing, his expression unreadable. Because he wasn't sure who Omari was talking about. As both men laughed through the night. Later that night. In her small face me, I face you, one-room apartment, Jemima tucked Jason into the mattress on the cold floor. The boy mumbled, "Yes, Mom, good night, Mom," his eyes already closing. Slowly drifting into sleep. She smoothed his hair. Whispered, "Sleep well, my love. I'm here. I love you." Then Jemima's phone buzzed. It was Ken. She hesitated, then answered. "Hello?" His voice was warm. And gentle. "Jemima, my love, how's your evening going? I'm sorry I should have called earlier." "I'm sorry. I just wanted to know how you've been. Is everything okay?" Her breath caught. For a moment, her guard slipped. "Thank you," she said softly. "It's been raining heavy over here." "How was your day today?" she asked. Back at the restaurant bar, Ken stepped aside to take the call. Omari signaled the waiter for another round. But Tund's eyes never left Ken's back. Then faintly, like an echo, he heard it. A voice through the receiver. The voice was familiar. It was unmistakable. It was distinct. And it was Jemima's voice. Tund's chest tightened. His eyes narrowed. He whispered to himself, "It's her." On the phone, Ken lowered his tone. "You're not alone, Jemima. If you ever need me, just say it." Her eyes filled with tears, but she forced her voice steady. "People only say that when it's easy. When it costs nothing." "I mean it," he said, "from now on. I'll stand by you." She looked at Jason, sleeping soundly on the thin mattress on the cold floor. "Thank you, Ken." The call ended. At the bar, silence pressed down. Tund's jaw clenched. His fingers tapped restlessly against his glass. He looked at Omari. Then back at Ken, who returned to the table, phone still warm in his hand. Questions burned in Tund's throat. Does he know about Jason? How long have they been together? Why wasn't it me? But the words never came. Only the storm in his eyes. Meanwhile, back in the apartment. After the phone call, Jemima sat before the cracked mirror. Her ponytail neat from the salon. Her face bare, tired, human. She was half asleep, half awake. Behind her, Jason slept. On the table, her phone buzzed again. It was text message from Ngozi. Her hand shook as she dropped the phone. She stared at herself in the mirror. Whispered, "Steady now, no more dramas. I have moved on." Then she slowly drifted off to sleep. Meanwhile outside the bar that night, Lagos streets glistened with rain. Tun stood beneath a streetlight, phone in hand. He typed. Stopped. Deleted. Typed again. Omari and Ken's laughter spilled faintly from inside. But Tun's eyes were far away. He whispered to himself, "This time, I won't let her go." Episode 9, The Obsession. Evening settled over Lagos. Jemima sat quietly, Jason's laughter echoing in the cramped apartment. For a moment, life felt still. But elsewhere, the storm was gathering. At the cafe, after the dinner, Tund pulled Ngozi aside. His voice soft, urgent. "Please, just give me her number. One call. That's all I ask." Ngozi shook her head. "Tund, she's fragile. She's suffered." He leaned closer, desperation sharp in his eyes. "Don't I have the right to make things right?" Ken said. "One call please, Ngozi." Her silence stretched. Then slowly, reluctantly, she typed the number. Her voice low, almost a warning, "Don't hurt her, Tund. She's been through hellfire." That night, Jemima's phone buzzed. She answered without thinking. "Hello?" A pause. A breath. Then the voice. Calm, familiar, dangerous. "Jemima, it's me. Tund." Her chest froze. The room spun. Memories, regrets, betrayals, all crashing back in one heartbeat. She slammed the phone down. Her breath came in ragged bursts. But the damage was done. He knew it. He knew it was her. The next day. The university WhatsApp group lit up with photos from the dinner. Laughter. Comments. Emojis. Jemima's face appeared in the corner of a shot. Her hand clasping Jason's tiny fingers. A voice message pinged, "Ah, Jemima, is that your boy?" The replies came fast. "She's been hiding him, oh. Fine boy like his mama." And then, Tun saw it. Zoomed in. Eyes locked. The truth hit him like a blow. His voice trembled, low to himself, "She has my son." It was night time again. Jemima folded laundry by the mattress. Jason played with his toy car, humming to himself. Her phone rang. It was Tund. She answered, whisper sharp. "Don't call me again." But his voice was different now. Hard. Relentless. "I want to see you. I want to see him. Please." Her grip shook. "You don't understand." He cut her off. "I understand everything. And I won't let you hide from me again." The line went dead. Jemima dropped the phone, her body trembling. Jason looked up, his eyes wide, innocent. "Mummy, who was that?" Tears burned her eyes. She pulled him closer, her voice a whisper broken by fear. "No one, baby. No one." But in her heart, she knew. The storm had found them. Episode 10, The Confrontation. It was night time in Lagos. Rain glistened on the streets as headlights cut through the dark. Behind the wheel, Tund gripped the steering tight. His jaw clenched. His eyes locked forward. Beside him, Omari shifted uneasily. Tund, are you sure this is wise? Tund's voice cracked with obsession. She lied to me, Omari. She hid him. But tonight, he said, tonight I'll have the truth. Omari shook his head. Quiet words, almost swallowed. Or maybe you never listened. You never did. The car rolled on. Toward Jemima. Toward the storm. Then the knock. Wood echoed through the cramped one-room apartment. Jason ran first, his toy car clutched in one hand. He pulled the door open with a grin. And froze. On the threshold stood Tund. Face rigid. Breath shallow. Jason's wide eyes stared up at him, a reflection. A carbon copy. Tund's chest heaved. His voice broke. My God, he's mine. Jemima rushed forward. Panic sharp in her voice. Jason. Inside now. She pulled him back, shielding him. But Tund stepped across the doorframe. Into the room. His gaze never left the boy. His voice shook, torn between rage and regret. Why didn't you tell me, Jemima? Her tears spilled. Because you left me. You abandoned me when I needed you most. Then the flashback. 6 years earlier. In Abuja. Music thundering. Lights blazing. Jemima laughed with her uni mates, drink in hand. Tund's words still echoed in her head, don't go to that party. But she had gone. As the night ended, friends drifted to the hotel. Jemima didn't. Outside, a familiar voice called her name. Her auntie. Her godmother. The woman she hadn't seen in years. They hugged fiercely. And Jemima slid into the car. All the way home, she called. Again and again. 6 calls. 6 rings. 6 silences. Back in Lagos, Tund lay in bed, phone buzzing on the nightstand. His face hard. His pride louder than love. He turned the phone face down. Let it ring into nothing. In the car window, Jemima's reflection blurred by tears. Please, Tund, just pick up. But the line went dead. Back in the present. Jemima's voice cut like glass. I called you. Again and again. That night. I went home with my auntie. But you never picked up. Never. Tund staggered, as if struck. His voice hollow. You what? The door opened again. Ken stepped in, flowers in hand, smile dying instantly as his eyes took in the scene. Tund's voice rose, desperate. This is my son. Ken's reply was steel. You lost the right to say that 6 years ago. The room exploded. Tund shouting. Jemima sobbing. Ken stood firm. Omari caught in the middle, voice drowned by the storm. Jason clutched his mother, his small voice trembling. Mummy, please, don't let them take me. Then the silence. Tund bent slowly, picked up Jason's toy car from the floor. His hands shook as he held it. His eyes glistened. He's mine, he whispered. I can feel it. Jemima pulled Jason close, her face fierce with fury and fear. Ken stepped forward, fists clenched, ready. The air crackled. The storm was finally here.